And brought to you by Sprite. It's the 2K pregame show.
Hello again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, and by my side is Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to 2K Sports, the NBA season wrapping up, and you can just feel the anticipation for the playoffs. Tonight, we'll be watching the Los Angeles Clippers playing against the Minnesota Timberwolves. And taking a look here at the Timberwolves, there's been a lot of discussion about them in the offseason, and even though today won't count in the standings, still such an exciting day in the NBA, watching the teams take the court for the first time. One of the most highly respected coaches, or really personalities in the NBA, Doc Rivers. He's one of your former coaches, Shaq. How do you assess what he means not only to the Clippers, but to the game of basketball?
And one of my favorite coaches, Ernie. What makes him one of my favorites is that even though he's been around a long time, he's still a teacher. And we all know that a teacher can make players better at any position. And when you have a teacher, when you have a guy that you can play for, he raises the talent level. So, Doc Rivers can get a guy that's not good on any other team and make him an all-star on his team.
And I remember way back when, as a player with the Atlanta Hawks, Doc Rivers people looked at him and said, he will make a great coach in the NBA sometime.
And they were correct. I said that too. That's why they call me Shaq Stradamus.
I'd almost forgotten. Let's get out to the game. Here's Kevin Harlan.
We are live at the Staples Center for a Western Conference contest with the Los Angeles Clippers here in LA. Bringing you another edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg with the fourth member of our team, Doris Burke. Tip-off goes to the Clippers. All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. So on the floor for Minnesota, Rubio and Martin manning the backcourt. Wiggins is out there with Garnett, and it's Pekovic in at the 5. Now Rubio.
An interesting statement came from the mouth of CP3 last year when he mentioned that he feels that Allen Iverson was the most influential player ever. Interesting. Most probably would have said Jordan.
Crawford's shot is good.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
And here's Martin. Out left to the wing. Rubio against Crawford. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. And Rubio kicks to Martin. And a miss there on the triple.
Kevin, I didn't like that defensive effort at all, but they're lucky he missed it.
Yeah, they were very lucky defensively because there was some miscommunication there. They left him wide open.
Now here's Crawford. Here's Jordan. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup. Jordan's got his first bucket of the night.
The easiest way to do it sometimes is with the bounce pass.
They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They've got to get going.
Well, Kevin Garnett came into this league straight out of high school, initially a 6'9" small forward, but he continued to grow and enlisted at 6'11" for most of his career. For whatever reason, he's never embraced actually being called a 7-footer.
And Garnett, every bit 7 feet tall. And in his prime, one of the most mobile and agile 7-footers the league has ever seen.
Yeah, and one of the best jump shooting 7-footers from that 15 to 18-foot range as well. Led the league in rebounds per game 4 consecutive seasons from 03 to 07. Looks like one of those guys that was made to play the game.
And both free throws good from Garnett.
Minnesota is in a bit of a difficult spot with their road games. They always have to travel a great distance to get to opposing sites because they're in the Western Conference, and that can take a toll over the course of the season.
For 3, Pierce. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
And they're on fire. They've made 4 straight shots to get this thing going.
The drive by Rubio. Excellent D there from Pierce.
I guess you could say those lengthy travel distances for Minnesota took their toll last year because the Timberwolves managed only 16 road wins a season ago.
Pretty impressive. 5 straight makes to start this game.
Ball against Rubio. The 11-footer. That's good.
That's a big basket. You don't want to let the game get away from you right off the bat.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Well, guys, Minnesota was close to a 500 team last year at 40 and 42. But as you said, struggling on the road kept them, Steve, out of the playoffs.
Well, to make the playoffs in the West, I think you have to go at least 500 on the road. And getting road wins is where Minnesota will have to improve to get back to the postseason.
Now, here's Rubio. Following the miss by Griffin. Wiggins sets a screen for Rubio. It's Martin on the wing. Back to Rubio. Shot clock at 5. Bekovic trying to free himself up. Ricky Rubio again. Rubio's got his second basket. Clippers leading by 6. Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Kevin, I had a chance to catch up with Coach Flip Saunders. He said Chris Paul is a major concern for them because of his ability to lead a team. He said it all starts with Paul because once he gets going and gets everyone involved, the whole team becomes a well-oiled machine. That is something we're definitely worried about.
Thanks, Doris. Garnett wide open. Off target there with the little leaner. Here's Crawford, and the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play.
And they'd love to have a few more easy baskets like that to kind of set the tone for the rest of the game.
What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Clippers?
You know what, guys? It looks to me like they're really in sync here, all on the same page. They've already got a bunch of assists.
And they're also showing some muscle here in the first half, finding a lot of points in the paint area.
Inside, stolen by Pierce. Ball against Rubio. Paul dishes to Griffin. Back to Paul. Fires from 14. That's good. Paul's got his second bucket tonight.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
Yeah, they're making the right play, they're working together, and they're just looking for the best shot they can every possession.
So the Timberwolves called their first timeout. Bekovic against Jordan. Martin the pass to Wiggins. Garnett left side. That is good.
Not a really great start for him as he just isn't shooting the ball that effectively here early on.
Clippers leading by 8. Pierce with a screen on Martin. Crawford kicks to Paul. And the Clippers getting another bucket right there.
And what jumps out at you guys, the assist totals. They have been dominant in that category. It's the ball movement, the player movement, a great rhythm to their offense.
Clearly seems to me a different mindset between these teams.
Now here is Martin. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Clock at 6. The drive by Rubio. And it's blocked by Jordan. From 10 feet out, there's Pierce. That's good on the assist by Paul. Pierce has got 5 points so far.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Boy, the ball movement's been fantastic here the last few possessions.
Garnett with the screen for Rubio. Kicks it out to Garnett. Back to Rubio. Garnett, the screen. The drive by Rubio. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. He's got 6.
Well, he's found his game and his rhythm this quarter. He's gotten into a nice groove.
Ball outside. Jordan with the screen on Rubio. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Shot is blocked. Garnett with the screen for Rubio. Feeds it to Garnett. And good on the basket. Book it. Garnett's got it back down to within single digits for the Timberwolves. Los Angeles has gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Jordan with the screen on Martin. Crawford dishes to Jordan. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
Boy, what a fantastic opening quarter for them.
Yeah, it sure has been. Look at the lead they've jumped out to already. Impressive.
Now, here's Rubio. 6 points for him. Garnett with the screen for Rubio. Top of the key, Garnett. Garnett with the screen on Paul. Rubio, the pass to Garnett. Garnett left side. Here's Rubio. And a wide open look here for Wiggins. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio.
Gotta love the inside-out game there, guys.
Clippers leading by 8. Jordan with the screen on Rubio. Paul goes in the corner. It's Crawford. Jordan kicks to Crawford. Griffin. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
You know, it's interesting to look at the relationship between Blake Griffin and Chris Paul. Blake, the unquestioned top dog until CP3 arrived 3 seasons ago, and Paul, of course, such a vocal leader. I think it's taken them some time to find the balance in that dynamic.
That one is off.
And Griffin, you know, not quite as outspoken, doesn't get into teammates like Chris Paul does, but he is becoming more of a vocal leader, and that's a process, guys. It doesn't happen right away. He may focus more on encouragement rather than giving marching orders like CP3, but he is embracing that leadership role, which is a good sign.
And the second free throw, good. And Dak Rivers said coming in, one of his goals was to help Griffin really solidify his standing as one of the league superstars along with CP3, with the emphasis certainly on defense.
Well, and I think Doc has accomplished that, and Griffin has accomplished that. He's gotten much better in terms of his offensive weapons, his defensive awareness, just his command of a double team when he sees that. Well, Griffin has become a true superstar, no doubt about it.
Now here's Jordan. Griffin dishes to Crawford. Here's the pass to Crawford. Muhammad grabs the board.
What was the defense doing there? I mean, he is not the guy to give an open look to, and yet they got away with it.
There's Levine. Rebound by the Clippers. Pierce attacking, tries from 10, off the left rim and out.
Tell you what, they haven't wasted any time getting into the swing of things on the boards.
Yeah, and even though it's early, I mean, that's a great sign for them for the rest of the game.
Now here's Muhammad. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Now here's Wiggins, guarded by Crawford. And that one's good. Wiggins. Here's Paul. And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here.
Andrew Wiggins, blessed with great athletic bloodlines. You know, his father was a former NBA player, and his mom was an Olympic sprinter. So make no mistake, great genes there.
For the Clippers, Smith checked in for DeAndre Jordan. And Stevenson comes in for Pierce. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Jamal Crawford. Minnesota also with the sub. Bielitz is checked in. Paul left side. And they double up Paul. And Redick kicks to Stevenson. Pass to Redick. 5 on the clock. Muhammad grabs the board. And his size 6'8" with a 7-foot arm span, Andrew Wiggins has a chance to literally rise above his opponents.
Great bounce. Tremendous bounce ability. Over a 40-inch vertical jump. And he's got a quick second and third jump as well, Kevin, which sometimes is overlooked, but it makes a big difference in the game of basketball.
Scouts don't overlook that, though.
They're always on top of it.
They sure are. Here is Stevenson following the bucket by the Timberwolves. Griffin sets the screen for Stevenson. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Timberwolves trailed by 5. And Bielitz kicks to Muhammad. Pass to Levine. Fires the 3. That one's good. Levine's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
I like the offensive awareness to exploit that lack of coverage on that play.
Smith sets the pick for Paul. In the corner, it's Stevenson from the baseline. Shot denied. They've definitely hit that groove offensively.
They sure have, guys. I mean, really aggressive. And I like that posture and mindset. Stay aggressive.
Yeah. Steve, you like groove, don't you?
I do. I love groove, Kevin, and I love the attack mode this team is in, too. I mean, they're really getting into the paint. They're getting whatever they want offensively.
And the basket good.
He is remarkably hot this quarter. He has yet to miss a shot.
Minnesota with the ball. They're on a 13-5 run here. Here's Levine. Now Muhammad launches a 3. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
I mean, what are you going to do defensively? You can just rise up and bang down a 3-ball like that. And they get such separation with the height advantage.
Now here's Paul. 8 points for him. Stevenson kicks to Paul. Griffin sets the screen for Paul. Now Griffin inside. Stolen by Levine. Here's Bielitz. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. A jump hook. That one off the back iron and out.
That was not pretty there. You got to make that one, but maybe that's not his range.
Here's Stevenson. That drops.
Well, we've seen that more than a few times. An easy bucket in the lane.
Yeah, the interior defense simply has been lifeless.
There's 18 seconds left to play in the first quarter. To the wing on the left. Puts it up from 17. And there's another one for the Timberwolves.
Boy, this game is off to a terrific start.
No doubt. On both sides, high-octane offense.
And it's Paul penetrating. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. We'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
That is a terrific effort on the shot. He's giving up a lot of size, but still finds a way to score.
I don't think that affected him in the least, though, Steve. I mean, he made it look like he was the bigger guy.
And the Clippers making a switch here. And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Well, he almost always cashes in when he gets to the line. He was about 86% from the free throw line last season.
And guys, the numbers don't lie. I mean, he was such a reliable presence at the free throw line all throughout last season.
And we reached the end of the first quarter. The Clippers on top, up by 4. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, Clark and Steve, what have they been doing or not doing?
And you could see early on, guys, they were going to go inside and try to establish their offense in the paint area. That's exactly what they've done.
And I think that's exactly where they should continue to attack moving forward, Steve.
Timberwolves trail by 4. CP3 at point with Redick there, the backcourt. Smith is out there with Johnson. And it's Stevenson in at the 3 slot. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Here's Dang. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. And Los Angeles, guys, shooting has been terrific. 54% on the game. With floor spacing, Steve, more important than ever in today's NBA. Some have questioned the pairing of Griffin and Jordan in the Clipper front court.
Well, I think it's worked out just fine. I think they could add a stretch forward behind those two guys and maybe mix him in during the rotations. But all in all, Griffin and Jordan have played awfully well together at both ends of the floor.
Here is Rubio, following the score by Josh Smith. Just 5 on the clock. And Gorgie Jang is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul for the Clippers. DeAndre Jordan comes in for Smith. And Paul Pierce is subbed in for Lance Stevenson. And then for Minnesota, Nikola Pekovic comes in for Bjelica. And Wiggins is subbed in for Shabazz Muhammad. Clippers leading by 4. Jordan with a screen on Rubio. Johnson wide open. He fires. Can't make good off the pick.
And for the Clippers, their most potent offensive weapon is Chris Paul, coming off the pick and roll and attacking with great ball handling skills and vision. You want to create space for that, but defense more often than not will look to bring help from the front court, and that's when things really open up for Paul in terms of his options.
Clock at 2. Martin. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. Rubio against Paul. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
Chris Paul with the best assist-to-turnover ratio in the league last season, and led the league in steals per game as well for the 6th time in his career. You talk about the impact he has on a game, and those numbers don't lie.
And Chris Paul's strength so underrated. When you talk about his ability, Clark, to protect the ball offensively and create steals at the other end, that plays a big role, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, strength is so valuable, no matter what position you play. And being a smaller point guard, his strength and quickness allow him to always be on balance. You rarely see Chris Paul out of control or off balance, and that's part of his brilliance and greatness.
Now let's go to Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, Kevin, we all know that Lance Stephenson is fearless, and as far as he's concerned, that's a product of his Brooklyn upbringing. He said players there have a, quote, feeling that nobody can stop them on the floor. Former teammate Paul George said of it, that's Lance. He's a New York player. They play with that kind of confidence. Guys?
Thanks, Doris. That confidence has certainly served him well.
Boy, I love it. Active hands on the steal, active feet on the fast break.
And Clark power on the dunk.
And guys, this is just too close of a game to be giving the ball up like that and then failing to get back in transition.
Now here's Redick. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Timberwolves trail by 5. Rubio outside, and the pass to Pekovic, and taken away by Paul. Here's Johnson, hammers it down off the coast-to-coast play.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
They better not. They've got to pad their lead any time an opportunity presents itself, and I'll tell you what, that was a golden one there.
Now, here's Rubio. He has 6. Looking for Pekovic, he gets it there. Back to Rubio. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Martin goes in from 12 feet out. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Martin's got 6 points in the quarter. Clippers leading by 5. Paul kicks to Pierce. Pass to Jordan. Back to Pierce. Jordan dishes to Pierce. Pekovic with the rebound. Pekovic has got his 3rd rebound on the night. The Timberwolves have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. He misses the free throw.
Well, this last season was the Clippers' 30th in Los Angeles, and for a team that's long played in the Lakers' shadow, for the 2nd season in a row, the Clippers were the best team in L.A.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Griffin comes in for Johnson, and it's Crawford in for J.J. Redick. Kevin Garnett, he's checked in for Minnesota, and he sinks the 2nd.
And for the Clippers, in their 30 years in L.A., folks, only 6 times have they finished the regular season with a better winning percentage than the Lakers. Man, it's been domination by the Lakers out there in L.A. land. So Clipper fans are hoping that this is a sign of things to come going forward for their team, the Clippers.
And here's Rubio after the 3-pointer from Jamal Crawford. Garnett with a screen on Paul. Garnett goes in, misses from short range.
Really good offensive execution. Nice pick, just couldn't get the shot to go.
Boy, you love to see that as a basketball purist. Guy setting a good screen and then getting a shot opportunity.
And guys, for the Clippers, acquiring coach Doc Rivers from the Celtics in exchange for a draft pick. In Boston, he'd been the 2nd longest tenured coach in the league after Greg Popovich.
You know, but rather than rebuild, I think he wanted to go for another ring in L.A. He's got a lot of authority, final say on personnel decisions. So Doc has really put his stamp on this team.
Here's Paul, following the basket by Andrew Wiggins. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Phenomenal alley-oop slam right there, guys.
They're taking advantage, Clark, of a team that looks lost out there.
Yeah, this is threatening to get kind of ugly out here.
Now, here's Rubio. 6 points for him. There's the dish to Pekovic. Tipped away. And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here. Six on the shot clock. And here's Rubio.
They haven't really been sharp from behind the arc here. I mean, it's actually gone from bad to worse. And when that happens, you've got to look at shot quality. Are they getting good looks from behind the three-point line?
Griffin against Rubio. Fades and shoots. Minnesota with the rebound. Pekovic has got 4 rebounds in this game. Call against Rubio. Kicks to Garnett. The baseline J. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Kevin Garnett was the 5th pick back in 1995. He's had a long, illustrious Hall of Fame career. He was the league MVP back in 2004.
And Kevin Garnett, a 15-time All-Star, guys, over his great career.
And he's always been a team-first superstar. Kevin, very loyal, competitive. Never really wanted to be traded away from either Minnesota or Boston because of that loyalty. But a player who just gives his all every second on the floor for his teammates.
No good on the second free throw.
You know, last year the Wolves proved they were competitive. No teams pushed them around. But in the Western Conference, being competitive isn't enough to get you to the playoffs.
Rubio with it. He has 6. Wiggins with it, and Crawford picks him up defensively. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
Now you can see why the defense is willing to let him take that shot. That's really not his range.
Well, the Timberwolves had a losing record of 23-29 against the rest of the West. Steve, they weren't able to stay in playoff contention for too long.
Well, injuries were a part of that, but in general, this team is still missing a few pieces before they can climb that ladder out in the West.
And they're able to recover. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Boy, it's been a poor defensive effort. When that ball has gone inside into the post, they've been in trouble.
Yep, points in the paint clearly going against them now.
T's checked in for Minnesota. Dean comes in for Ricky Rubio. The Clippers shooting their 6th attempt at the charity stripe in the game.
And not a very strong free throw shooting team in general, guys. They shot 73% as a team a year ago.
And that just has to improve, guys. I mean, the free throw shooting is something that has to get better. You're immediately putting yourself at a disadvantage when you shoot that poorly from the line.
And the Timberwolves call time here. Timberwolves trail by 9. Levine passes to Garnett. Here's Levine. 6 points for him. He dishes it to Wiggins. 6 to shoot. Martin kicks to Levine. Good on the three-point shot. Levine's got 9.
The defenders need to talk to each other. The communication lacking there on that three-pointer.
Los Angeles calls timeout. Well, you often think of the Clippers as being an updated version of Showtime. They know how to grind out and get a win, too.
Yeah, I thought they were a little better defensively. They have guys that will certainly give you highlight reel material. But they're smart in how they attack teams and how they finish games, too.
And he lobs it up towards the rim, trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Griffin with some nice D.
They are really getting the work done inside with their rebound.
Yeah, not giving up too many second chance opportunities, which is always important, and it's been one of the reasons they have the lead right now.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Hey, Kev. Well, during that last break, I heard Flip Saunders addressing his team. He urged them to do everything possible to create open looks for each other. Talked about setting picks, running more set plays, anything to shake free of that defense. He said also that their offense needs to be a patient one. He told them, don't rush things. Use as much of that shot clock as you need to. They're not going to wait for halftime. They want those adjustments to have an impact right away. Over to you, Kevin.
And thank you, Doris. Count that one.
So nice to have a guy like that who can take charge at any time.
Yeah, so many of his passes, Steve, have led directly to baskets.
Here's Levine. He's got 9. Here's T. The rebound by Pierce. Clippers leading by 6. Paul dishes to Pierce. Paul passes to Pierce. He feeds it to Crawford. There's the triple. Here's Jordan. No up. And Minnesota now the other way. Here's Levine. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. It's on Paul Pierce.
Zach LaVine, a bit of a late bloomer. Wasn't a top recruit until he hit a late growth spurt in high school. Now he's a 6'5" combo guard. Came out of UCLA after 1 season. Still a bit unproven, but one of those upside picks because of his athleticism and shooting range.
And LaVine played point guard in high school before his growth spurt. And Clark, to see him as more of a point guard, shooting guard.
I see him as a shooting guard at this point. I mean, just based on what I saw of him in the 1 year at UCLA. Tremendous athleticism. He's a bouncy young fella. Streaky shooter at this point. But I like his energy level. He's going to be a guy that has a chance, I think, to be a really good two-way player.
Josh Smith, he's checked in for the Clippers. And Stevenson comes in for Paul Pierce. And so Levine nails both of them. Clippers leading by 4. Paul outside. Screen by Smith. The drive by Paul. The feed to Crawford. At the elbow, Stevenson. The 3. And Crawford gets it to go on the assist from Stevenson. And that's 13 points for Crawford.
Well, the defense not doing a good job at all of getting after him. They've got to crowd him and make it tough for him. That's his 2nd this quarter.
Here's Levine. He's got 11. Here's Muhammad. Another miss by Minnesota.
Another strong rebound, just like we've gotten used to seeing from them today.
Yeah, 1 or 2 more of those and this lead will be double digits.
Now the feed to Paul. Crawford kicks to Stevenson. Rocket 6. And it's Paul penetrating. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. And it's a 9-point Clipper lead.
You know, he's putting on an outstanding offensive display, and he may just be getting warmed up here.
Paul with the steal. 3 on 3. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Paul's been great. He has 18 points and 7 assists. Whether it's making the tough pass or coming up with the steal, he's been able to do it.
Well, he's had a great feel for the game today, for his teammates, for the situation, for his opponents. I mean, he knows what's going on out there.
And the first one at the line is good.
Shooting 100% in the quarter. They've made them all, taking full advantage at the line.
Well, it's a nice job of really making the most of their opportunities.
And Paul drills both of them.
He's a dead eye at the line, fellas. Just call him automatic. He doesn't miss many of those.
Here's Levine. He's got 11. Dishes it to Wiggins. Can they get it? Josh Smith pulls it in.
Excellent. Really solid job, actually, by the defense to get in his way as he was going up for that one.
Stevenson outside. He kicks to Paul. The 11-footer, and he gets the jumper to drop. Paul's got 22.
You know, he's showing some kind of a killer instinct this quarter, trying to stretch this lead out.
Levine passes to Wiggins. Levine kicks to Bielitsa. Pass to T. Rocket 6. Here's Levine, defended by Paul. Great D that time from Griffin.
And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the board.
Well, the main thing is they haven't allowed many second chance opportunities. And that is always going to allow you to maintain your lead. And no question, he got bumped on that shot.
Definitely no room for discussion on that one. Well, Jamal Crawford has proven that no matter what role he plays, just call him buckets. He can flat out put the ball in the basket. You got to give him a lot of credit, though. He does change his game quite a bit depending on if he's coming off the bench or starting. I think that speaks to his IQ.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Redick is checked in, and the Timberwolves also making a change. Jang, he's checked in for Wiggins. Both free throws, good from Crawford.
And as you said with Jamal, a lot of players can't really make that change between being a starter or a sub, but he does it so smoothly in such short time. It really adds a lot of utility to this team.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And the foul called on Blake Griffin. That's foul number 2 for him. "16 seconds left in the second quarter. And Muhammad kicks to Levine. Shot clock at 6. T. Good. T's got 4 points this quarter. Here's Redick. 1 second left. And it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. So we've reached the end of the first half of play. The Clippers on top, ending the second quarter with a 13-4 run. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, I'm here with Blake Griffin, and obviously a high-scoring half for you guys on this one, Blake. What was the key to breaking it open?
It starts on defense. Our defense did a good job of getting stops, getting rebounds, getting out in the open floor, and got some easy buckets, and then shots start to fall.
Blake, thank you. Kevin, a complete culture change with this organization.
Thank you, Doris, and we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime. And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. It's been a clinic by Chris Paul.
Yeah, what a remarkable half, the way he attacked the rim and scored in the paint. Defenders, they were trying to slow him down any way possible, but he still got through.
Easier said than done when he's the penetrator. His speed and agility make him extremely hard to defend.
Timberwolves trail by 13. Checking out the group for Flip Saunders to start the second half. Rubio and Martin manning the backcourt. Garnett out there with Wiggins, and it's Pekovic in at the center position.
Very well executed pick to give him all kinds of space to get that one off.
LA's gone 4-6 from outside the arc tonight. Jordan sets the pick for Paul. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Paul's got 24 points.
No way you can get back into the game if you continue to give up layups.
Now, here's Rubio. It's tipped to the left wing. Clock at 6. Garnett goes in. Here's Pekovic, and he banks in the layup.
An ideal start to the second half for him, powering up for the rebound and converting the follow-up shot.
Clippers leading by 11, and Doris Burke has something for us. Hey, Doris.
Well, Kevin, when Doc Rivers came to the Clippers, he wanted to shift their image from a Showtime team to a true contender. Blake Griffin said, Lob City is done. And while the Clippers still make highlight reel plays with the best of them, Rivers has brought a seriousness and a focus to this team as they pursue an NBA championship. Guys?
Rivers has said lobs are great, but winning is better. They're trying to get them both. Thanks, Doris. Well, the problem was clear last year with the Wolves and what they lacked. Interior defense. So many baskets. Clark giving up at the rim by.
And in transition as well, Kevin. They were in the bottom 3 in points in the paint and fast break points against. Hard to win consistently with those numbers.
Here's Garnett following the basket by Blake Griffin. Here's Martin. And again, it's Minnesota converting. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now.
And for the Wolves, it's just that they didn't really have anyone who can protect the rim for them. They were last in the league in blocks.
Paul, right side, into Jordan. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession.
Such a careless pass. You've got to keep your head in the game here.
Timberwolves trail by 11.
One thing for sure about Minnie, their offense is solid enough, but if they want to make the next step forward, they need to start protecting the rim or get somebody who can protect the rim.
It's Martin on the wing. Wiggins sets a screen for Martin. Clock at 4. Fires from the corner. That doesn't go either for Martin.
The defense needs to play tight on him, and that's exactly what they did to force that miss. Well done.
And it's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here.
Yeah, so close to picking that pass off, guys.
At least he got a hand on it. He did what he needed to do to make sure it didn't hit the target.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Paul kicks to Pierce. Good, and Paul gets the assist. And it's 8 points for Paul Pierce.
They've been good on all 3 of their shots since coming out of the locker room at the break.
Minnesota calls timeout.
Paul Pierce, at one time a franchise talent and elite two-way player, now a self-described role player. He's a heck of a good one, too. A great scorer, can shoot, drive, and get to the line.
Timberwolves trail by 14. Rubio outside. Garnett with the screen for Rubio. To the left side wing. The fader. And it's good off the glass. 9 points for Kevin Garnett.
That's old school right there, and I like it. The fadeaway.
The drive by Paul. Gets the 14-footer to fall.
That's 4 straight from the field, guys. Off to a quick start this third quarter.
Timberwolves have gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. Rubio outside. Martin with a screen on Paul. Out to the wing. Shot clock at 6. Goes up with a stripe. That one's good, and the Clipper lead is cut back down to 12 with the bucket from Rubio.
Guys, he shot a very good percentage today, and they've needed it.
And the Clippers call time here.
Guys, this is the second season since the league returned to a 2-2, 1-1-1 finals format. It was a unanimous decision at the time, and I haven't sensed any regrets. The feeling was, and continues to be, that the top seed deserves to have Game 5 at home.
Los Angeles leading by 12. Crawford outside. Feeds it to Paul. The 3. The shot no good. And Minnesota now the other way. And now with Clark, every NBA team flying charter flights. Travel much less of a concern with that 2-2, 1-1-1 format.
Yeah, and I like that. I like the fact we went back to that. It makes a lot of sense in this day and age. And you don't give an advantage or disadvantage to either team. So very good to go back to that. And with the league showing a willingness to increase travel a little bit for the good of the game, it makes you wonder if you'll see a top 16 interconference playoffs. Again, I've already voiced I'm not in favor of that, but I think it's something that has been discussed at least a little bit.
And the second free throw, good.
You know, one story that didn't get a lot of press last season, 2 days after the Bledsoe trade had been given the go-ahead, the ownership tried to back out of it. The trade was already public news, and Doc Rivers actually threatened to quit before their ownership backed down.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a nice look.
Poor job by the defender to not fight over or around that screen.
And Rubio kicks to Wiggins. Pass to Martin. Wiggins dishes to Martin. And misses it off the right side of the rim. And for J.J. Redick, that shakeup must have been tough. His contract with the Clippers was contingent on the trade.
And Kevin, reportedly, Doc Rivers leaned on ownership pretty hard, saying, hey, I shook hands on this. Don't make me look bad here. Our reputation's at stake. It all worked out, but a reminder of the Clippers' rather dysfunctional past. Good job there, Kevin, getting himself a little space on the inside.
Clippers leading by 14. Paul passes to Jordan. The dish to Crawford. Now Paul. 26 points for him. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Just 5 on the go. And again, Los Angeles with a triple.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist number. And theirs are fantastic.
It's just beautiful basketball to watch, Clark.
Now here's Wiggins. He has 7. And Rubio kicks to Martin. Back to Rubio. And there's the pass to Wiggins. Outside Martin. Charity strike shot. And the rebound goes to Griffin. Griffin's got 11 rebounds in the game.
Well, they've really dominated on the glass. And, of course, they've done a lot of good things here tonight, but the rebounds have played a major factor.
Hey, Steve, you know rebounding always one of the key barometers in determining the victor.
Yeah, the defender draped all over him.
Pretty plain and simple. Got him good there.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Clippers.
Boy, their passing has been picturesque, a thing of beauty in both halves. More than a few of their baskets have come off assists.
And I also like the penetration. When they're getting into the paint, they're getting a lot of easy hoops from those strong drives.
That free throw missing.
DeAndre Jordan alongside Blake Griffin, maybe the best game dunker in the league. He has the ability to make spectacular plays every time he gets near the rim.
And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there. And for DeAndre Jordan, Clark, between his length and his leaping ability, you almost feel like he should be playing an 11-foot, 12-foot rim.
I tell you, when I've watched him play, there are times when it seems as though he's overwhelming that 10-foot basket. It really does look that way at times.
Tough D on the inside.
Put up a roadblock, a construction barrel right there. That's what he brings defensively.
Outside, Pierce. Passes it to Jordan. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
You know, there have been talk of the Clippers trading DeAndre Jordan for Kevin Garnett 2 summers ago. The Clippers have to be happy they didn't make that trade. Sometimes the best trades are the ones that aren't made. KG's still getting it done, but Jordan is going to be their center for a long time.
And Jordan last season, second in the league in total blocks, becoming more vocal defensively. I thought improved his positioning and recognition as well.
And Jordan wears the number 6 in honor to his idol, a good one, Bill Russell.
And, you know, Doc Rivers caught some flack last season for pointing to similarities between their games. Even Jordan says that's a stretch. I think Rivers was just highlighting that Jordan could be truly great as primarily a defensive player, wanting him to really focus on being an elite defensive player. Gorgui Dieng getting an opportunity late last season with Nikola Pekovic's ankle issues, and the rookie responded as many people thought he would. He was just opportunity away from showing that he could compete at the NBA level.
The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. Here's Rubio from beyond the arc and then some. Rubio's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Well, it took him a long time to get that three-point range. Maybe this will get him going.
And Dieng last season became only the 4th in the last 20 years to put up a 20-point, 20-rebound game.
Yeah, I'm a big fan, Kevin. He's a terrific rebounder, good shot blocker. I remember from his days at Louisville. And for the 21st pick in the draft, you got to think that the Wolves are excited about his potential.
Minnesota calls timeout.
Well, Griffin, a former dunk contest champion, but make no mistake, Blake is a game dunker, always among the league leaders. And at his size, with that strength, the way he gets off the floor is just unbelievable.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Smith checked in for Griffin. Lance Stevenson subbed in for Paul Pierce. Minnesota also with the sub. Levine's checked in. So it's Minnesota now. It's a 16-point game. And Muhammad kicks to Zhang. Muhammad dishes to Rubio. Here's Levine. Another miss by Minnesota. You know, Blake Griffin gets up so high. He's created some debate, in fact, on the definition of a dunk. So I'll ask, does your hand have to touch the rim?
You know, I think you don't necessarily have to have your hand touch the rim, Kevin, but you do have to throw it through the goal. None of this raggedy type dunk stuff.
Got to control it.
You got to, yeah, that's the word I was looking for.
Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. And that's now 10 points for T. Clippers leading by 14. Paul outside. Kicks it to Redick. Jordan the screen. Redick, a good look. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got assist number 11 for him here at 16. Bean passes to T. Inside. And Dang gets it to go. Zhang's got his second basket of the game.
See the way he times his passes so well. That's a great assist.
Jordan sets the pick for Paul. And Stevenson kicks to Redick. Puts up a three. Rebound Minnesota. T's got his third rebound tonight. Rubio with it. Chris Paul covering. Rubio the pass to T. There's the pick. Back to Rubio. Pull from the top of the key, and the jumper is on the mark. Rubio's got 17 now.
Well, his scoring this quarter has been off the charts, and the complexion of the game as a result may change.
Paul dishes to Smith. Lays it up and banks it in. And the Clippers lead by 14.
Good ball movement. He put that pass in the ideal spot, right where it needed to be.
And Rubio kicks to Levine. He dishes it to Muhammad. Lets it go from 11. Kicks it out to Rubio. Here's the teardrop. No good. Good work defensively by Smith. Los Angeles leading by 14. Paul passes to Smith. He's looking for Jordan and finds him. Stevenson dishes to Paul. Redick with the three. Second shot opportunity. 1:39 left in the third quarter. And Rubio kicks to Levine. Rubio outside. And the rejection by Jordan. And here we go. Fast break. Paul's got it. And it's blocked. Out to Smith. Goes back up. That one a little long.
You know, that mid-range jump shot is not his strong suit, even when he gets a good look like that.
Here's Levine, guarded by Jordan. Rubio outside. Right at the free throw line. Rubio missing again.
Man, a nice job there defensively, just getting a hand up enough to bother the shot.
Yeah, that was very nice. Impressive. It made it a much more difficult shot.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something, you're right. There's the pick. Pass to T. Here's Levine. Baseline J out of the way, and he tries off the glass, but it's no good. 6-second difference between shot and game. And it's Stevenson finishing it off.
The defense just couldn't recover in time.
Yeah, the D pretty much went brain neutral on that one, Clark. Wouldn't
yes,
you?
Sir. I like that phrase.
Yeah, I don't use that phrase very often, but to me, that's what happened. He shifted the brain into neutral.
Yes, he did.
That was embarrassing.
Here's Dang. Buries the easy one. Jang's got 4 this quarter.
Pretty passing. Timely recognition as to where the open man was.
Shot from free throw range. Misses. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Clippers lead by 14. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. Clippers leading by 14. They've got Smith. J.J. Redick is out there with Crawford. Then it's Johnson, and it's Griffin in at the power forward. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Here's Minnesota. Here's Levine. Martin kicks to Wiggins. Back to Martin. He feeds it to Wiggins. 5 to shoot. Takes the 3. Kevin Martin, that's good.
And that kind of defense is just not going to cut it, guys. I mean, they have to get a hand in his face.
L.A. has gotten off 12 shots from beyond the arc tonight, hitting 7 of them. Johnson in the corner. Jacks up a 3, and that one's good.
Right back at you. They immediately get those 3 points back.
Trading punches, that's how you answer.
We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Levine kicks to Martin. From downtown, the offensive rebound. Wiggins misses in close.
Not too much congestion in the lane. I think he could have gotten a better shot that time, no question.
Fires from 14. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. And here we go. Fast break. Wiggins has got it. And it's Martin that time on the assist by Wiggins. 14 points for Martin.
Well, you knew he'd win that race.
Definitely. I mean, that's what you call early offense.
Smith sets the pick for Crawford. And there's the feed to Griffin. Back to Crawford. There's the triple. Crawford with another miss.
Been a poor shooting performance for him today, but luckily for them, a lot of his teammates have come through.
Outside, Martin. Goes up the baseline. And it's Wiggins missing. Los Angeles leading by 14. Crawford passes to Johnson. Dishes it to Redick. He kicks it to Griffin. Feeds to Redick. A 3-ball. Minnesota with the rebound. Pekovic has got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. And Bielitsa kicks to Wiggins. Pass to Levine. From outside the arc. Here's Pekovic. Here's Bielitsa. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Here's Levine. Now the dish to Wiggins. The second chance effort. He lays it in.
He got a little room at the rim and laid it in. Great play.
Here's Redick. Los Angeles calls timeout. And with the fourth quarter push coming up here, the coach going over the game plan and these players rehydrating themselves with Gatorade, recharging their bodies, refocusing their minds, and getting that strategy down to close out the game. And the Clippers making a change here. Pierce has checked in, and the Timberwolves also making a change. Kevin Garnett has checked in for Bielitsa. Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Guys, over that last break, I listened to Doc Rivers address his team. He wanted his guys to keep up the intensity, saying, if any of you think this game is over, you're wrong. We've got work to do. I don't want to see any letdown on the defensive end of the floor. Guys, let's watch how it plays out.
So it's Minnesota now, following the miss by Paul Pierce. Here's Levine. Garnett outside. 6 to shoot. And Pekovic kicks to Wiggins. Here's Levine. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits.
There you go. That's the stroke we saw in the first half.
Clippers leading by 9. And here's Reddick. And stolen by Pekovic. Here's Levine. Here's Martin. Banked in off the glass. Martin's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Well, they left it until the fourth quarter, but finally got the run they needed to make this game close again.
And now they've got some serious momentum on their side as we head down the stretch.
Now here's Crawford. Up top, Griffin. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here. Martin attacking. Nice D from Crawford.
That's an unusual, surprising miss for him. Typically, he's good on those inside.
Griffin dishes to Reddick. Griffin a screen on Martin. And Reddick kicks to Smith. Buries the long-range jumper. And the Clippers lead by 10.
You might not think of him as a laser three-point shooter, but that shot was there for him, and he had to take it.
Bean passes to Martin. Kicks it to Garnett. Baseline J on the way. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
J.J. Redick acquired by the Clippers going into last season. A great fit, but injuries really held him back. First, surgery to repair ligaments in his wrist, then a bulged disc in his lower back. Ended up playing just 35 games in the regular season.
And Reddick, were it not for the injuries, is on pace, Clark, for the best season of his 8-year NBA career.
Kevin would have been a career high in points per game. Great efficiency for Reddick as well. He flourished playing alongside former ACC rival CP3, Chris Paul.
Jordan, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Paul comes in for J.J. Reddick. Ricky Rubio checked in for Minnesota. And both free throws good from Garnett.
Well, as far as the league's big men go, he's one of the very best at the foul line.
Jordan sets the pick for Crawford. Over in the corner, Paul. Pierce dishes to Paul. He trains it from the right block. Paul's got 31.
All the buckets he's poured in today have put them in a terrific position heading into the stretch.
Rubio against Paul. Wiggins kicks to Rubio. Garnett with the screen for Rubio. Jumper off the screen. Shot is good, and the Los Angeles leads cut down to just 8 points on the bucket from Kevin Garnett. The Clippers have gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth. 4 of 9. Jordan with the screen on Rubio. Crawford, no one around him. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Griffin. Griffin's got his 4th assist in this one. Timberwolves trailed by 11. Rubio outside. Martin with the screen on Paul. Pekovic with the screen for Rubio. Martin kicks to Wiggins. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own. But it's no good.
In this quarter, he's really been off the mark. He just looks a little bit unsettled.
And that one's good.
Well, after all those struggles in the first half, he has really picked it up here in the second.
Minnesota's gone 2 of 5 on 3-point shots since the end of the third quarter. Rubio outside. The pass to Wiggins. Paul against Rubio. Shot clock at 6. The rejection by Paul. Pierce with it. Wants to get it to Crawford and does. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
And the Timberwolves having lots of trouble defending against Crawford.
He has 20 points, and he's added to his numbers by hitting 4 shots from the three-point line.
Well, 12 points from long range, so the defense has to figure out a way to defend him a little differently. Try to get into his airspace.
the first one at the line is good. And so he makes both from the line. Timberwolves trail by 15. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Into Pekovic to halt the run, and he lays it up and in.
Unselfish basketball on the interior. I love that, and you got to think the coaching staff does too.
Crawford outside. Passes it to Jordan. Jordan sets the pick for Paul. Crawford outside. Good. Crawford's got 25 points.
The D has gotten a little lax defending the three-point shot at that end.
Agreed, Clark. They've poured in 3 of the last 5 baskets on pretty open looks behind the arc.
Now, here's Rubio. He dishes it to Wiggins. Back to Rubio. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. And it's Martin missing.
Physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. That plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, not to mention what it says on the scoreboard. I mean, they're really pushing them around physically at this point.
Now, here's Rubio. After the miss from Crawford, Pekovic passes to Rubio, and Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Rubio in the corner. Soft touch off the glass. Rubio's got 19 points.
He had almost a free run to the hoop that time, Kevin. I mean, that was too easy.
Ball against Rubio. Crawford is screen on Rubio. Paul goes in. Pass to Jordan. Paul dishes to Jordan. It's stolen by Garnett. Here's Rubio. Here's Wiggins.
Take a look at what Wiggins has done. 9 points, and he's been delivering a healthy dose of helpers, too.
Yeah, he really is. He's always looking to make the passes. Head up, eyes up, trying to find the open teammate.
Free throw good, Wiggins. Makes 1 of 2 that time. Los Angeles leading by 13. Paul with the ball. Guarded now by Rubio. It's tipped. Now here's Crawford. Griffin sets the screen for Crawford. Shot clock at 5. And it's good. He planted his feet on the pick and shielded the defender off.
Griffin created the space for that shot.
Minnesota calls timeout. You look at Chris Paul. What a contribution.
He's on fire. And they needed to put their heads together to figure out how to get the ball out of his hand.
Timberwolves trail by 15. Pekovic with a screen on Paul. Wiggins kicks to Pekovic. In low to Garnett. Now Pierce. He feeds it to Paul. Jordan sets the pick for Paul. He's looking for Jordan and finds him. Crawford, no one around him. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan.
That's his 6th three-pointer of the game. 3 in each half.
And Rubio kicks to Garnett. Pekovic with a screen on Griffin. Outside, Martin. Now here's Wiggins. Pierce covering. Just 5 to shoot. And it's Martin penetrating. Another miss by Minnesota. Clippers leading by 18. Jordan sets the pick for Paul. The feed to Jordan. And here's Crawford. Back to Paul. Dishes it to Pierce. Kept alive. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
And his confidence has come back since halftime after really a rough first 2 quarters.
A big group substitution here for the Clippers. Smith checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Johnson comes in for Paul Pierce. Lance Stevenson's checked in for Jamal Crawford. And it's Pablo Prigioni in for Paul.
Oh, there's so much talk about the intentional foul, whether it's good for the league or not. Some people say, hey, keep the rule, make the guys make the free throw. If you can't make a free throw, then coach has to take him out. On the other hand, it's boring to watch. It slows the game down. I'd like to see the elimination of the rule. Don't let a foul fest go on and just have a parade of foul line. These are incredible rebounding numbers. I'm not sure if we've ever seen anything like this, Clark.
Oh, that's for sure, Steve. I mean, a superhuman performance on the backboards. Well done.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Clippers.
You're right, so there was a standout performance across the board. They were just, at times, it seemed toying with it.
Yeah, like watching a cat play with a mouse, Kevin, quite honestly. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted to do.
It always takes someone stepping up, and that happened here as we got great numbers for Chris Paul. And a big part of their success was his ability to keep the ball moving and finding guys when they would flash open.
And going back to the hack the player strategy, you hate to see fouling as a productive strategy.
You know, I'm not a big fan of it. It's certainly allowed, but I think it's gets away from the spirit of the game. Certainly don't think it's what Dr. Naismith intended. But on the other hand, every NBA guy should be able to make 60% of his free throws.
I would think. Cole Aldrich, he's checked in for Blake Griffin. – 20 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Shot clock at 6. Aldrich the pass to Stevenson. Prigioni for 3. Rebound collected by Levine. Right side Jones. Shot to stop the drought. That's good.
The entire defense was frozen-footed. Nobody picked up the shooter, Kevin.
So the Clippers winning this one easily. Not much to be critical of with this win, Clark.
Not at all. I mean, they showed up not just to play. They showed up to give great effort and to win, and they did both.
And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Blake, tell us about the energy out there tonight. It seemed like there was a ton of intensity on the floor.
Yeah, that's something we talked about. You know, we talked about not being complacent, settling for jump shots, talked about getting to the hole, and playing tough on defense, and I thought that's what our guys did tonight.
Thanks for your time, Blake. Kevin, back to you.
All right, Doris, thank you. And for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. Now, our Jordan player of the game, Chris Paul.